I have a really hard time sometimes remembering that I'm filming
Yeah.
because if I got to cut stuff out, it's way more difficult. Now, there's a cool bridge over here. And I'm guessing this bridge was when this was a footpath.
Yeah. It looks like it's freshly paved.
Yeah, we're gonna roll over here and check out this bridge, people.
Parking lot on the other side's way better.
Yeah. I wonder why they didn't run this on across here since the bridge is already here.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't have cost that much to resurface the bridge and run the pavement over here.
Well, I mean, the other side of the trail, like at the end of this trail,
Oh,
it's really nice over there. There's a huge parking
gotcha.
lot.
Hello again. I am Bane, and we're on an adventure. I'm in Eastern Ohio still today, and today I got company with me. Jason has rode out to hang out and ride with me. We are on the Blackhand Gorge Bike Trail. My memory sucks. I'm about to go off on a tangent. I've been trying not to, about the effort that I put in. So this is the only bike trail in Ohio through a wildlife area. This trail runs along, or the gorge. Hello.
Good morning. Buddy.
The Blackhand Gorge got its name from an Indian lithograph. I'm probably saying that wrong. That they found here in the gorge. The cliff face where that was found was destroyed while they was making the C&O Canal. Not the C&O Canal, the Ohio Erie Canal. Oh, my memory sucks. Alright, so the cliff face was destroyed when they was making the Erie and Ohio and Erie Canal. So the Ohio Erie Canal ran through here, and then later the Ohio Railroad ran through here, and also there was an electric rail car that ran from Newark to Zanesville that came through here and came through a tunnel. They blasted a tunnel out for it. I can't remember anything. This is a short trail, and I'm not even 100% sure we can get to the end of it because everything's flooded. Part of a weekend trip. I'm rolling around the area, checking things out, kind of chasing the canal. I've been thinking about doing a bike tour from where the canal went through, but most of it's hard to find outside of the towpath. Anyways, it's cold. This is Jason.
Good morning.
How was your ride up here?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yep. Uneventful. Warm.
Jason's a cyclist, and Jason's a bad influence because he keeps having me buy stuff.
Yeah, I see
Jason.
you don't even have your new purchase with you. No problem.
Well, I thought about bringing it because everything's paved, but the 520 is easier for me to film off of. I'm still figuring out the ins and outs of the other bike. Look, there's a gate. I'm not sure what the gate's for.
when you set your computer up, you set up a profile for each bike.
Yeah.
And then you can sift through it. When you go to start a ride, you can tell it which bike or which profile you want to use.
I haven't even attempted to look into that. I brought it with me, the Garmin, and I turned it on yesterday and I couldn't figure out how to start it.
Oh, bottom right button.
Probably should read the instructions, which I meant to do last night and didn't get to it. Oh, dang bald eagle. Oh man, it's gonna be an awesome day. Folks, when you see a bald eagle, it's gonna be an awesome day. I'm gonna hang out and see where he lands. Because from my experience, they fly, yep, there he is.
Yep.
Let's see if we can't creep closer. I don't know if you can with your hub.
Yeah, pedal slowly.
So the trail here is biking along a lot of water right now, but the water is up higher than normal. So I don't know what part of this water is naturally here and what part of it is from the water being up high.
What river is that? Is that?
This is the Licking River.
That's what I thought.
The Licking River flows into the Muskingum River in Zanesville at the famous historical Y Bridge.
So we have a Licking River in Cincinnati too.
I
I think it flows south and north into the Ohio out of Kentucky.
I think this is the Licking River.
It is.
All right, let's see if we can't see this bird. I'm not terribly close, but that's a bald eagle right there. Oh, I'm only at 4%. There we go. Bald eagle, folks. Bald eagle. Can't get a good shot of him. He's pretty high up in the tree, and there's a lot of trees between us. If he sits still, I'll stop again. Look at this. Deer on the trail. A buck and a doe. I tell you what, folks. It's gonna be a good day. I've been spotted. I don't know how good the footage is going to be, folks, but I just saw a bald eagle, and while we was waiting for the bald eagle footage, we're trying to get the bald eagle footage, a couple of deer was walking up the trail, and he got pretty close before they noticed me, and y'all will see that.
That's some good effort, Payne.
There's a reason that it takes me so long on these trails. We must be rolling into the gorge. The gorge must be on the other side. You can see the way everything is pushed over here, that this floods out pretty bad. We've gotten a lot of rain lately, but I didn't know it was that bad. Somewhere along the path here is a creek crossing, and I'm quite concerned about it because the water's all up. So I've seen a video where someone went through the water, and even on a normal day there wasn't that much water, but I don't know how I feel about attempting to cross any amount of water today. There's some signs up here, and it looks like it dips down. If there's a water crossing, I bet this is it. Or maybe it don't. Maybe it goes to the right. Creek crossing, God. We didn't even get to the good side.
Oh, it's we can get past that.
Yeah, that's not the creek crossing, dude.
Right. Yeah, I remember seeing it in the video.
Maybe this is the creek crossing. I'm gonna walk up and see.
Okay.
This certainly is not a creek, and I don't know.
We can get around this.
Yeah, this we can get around. I'd be careful. That's really wet.
Yeah.
The mud, I mean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over here and see what it looks like. The video I saw of the creek crossing was an obvious creek crossing, like it dipped down.
I think it's paved too, right?
Huh?
The creek crossing is paved as well.
I don't know. Oh man.
I'll go look.
Dude, that's some real bad mud you're going through. That's
right.
If it was any thicker, it would definitely be peanut butter mud.
You told me to bring the road bike and not the gravel bike.
You even see a dang creek crossing?
Not yet.
Well, folks, you never know what you're going to get into. Honestly, up until this point, the trail's been really cool. You don't see a bunch of deer and a bald eagle and be like, let's go home. I don't. And if the trail hadn't been this cool already, it's a high possibility I'd just turn around and go to the next trail at this point. But I'm pretty sure that this trail is freaking awesome. How's it look? Not happening? It's not happening. So our intention after this trail is we're going to shuttle ourselves from one end of the TJ Evans Trail to the other. And it's on the other side, close to the other end of this trail too. So I think we're going to check that out from the other side. This trail has been really cool so far. And I guess to be fair, on a normal day, a creek crossing would be neat too, but this is not a normal day. This is, I don't even know how he rode over here. We're gonna make our way back to the trail. This is the trail, folks. It's peanut butter mud. It's a thin layer of peanut butter mud on top of asphalt, but it's peanut butter mud nonetheless. Moist. All right, so I'll fill y'all in. Folks, I'm only still recording this in case I fall down so I can use it for footage. So we're going to go to the other end of the trail and then bike bike the other end of the trail from the other side. So stick around, folks. We might even get another look at the bald eagle on the way back out of here. I don't know. You know, I'm out here by myself all the time, so I'm pretty, between the massive amount of caffeine and the critters I've already seen, and then Jason showing up to ride with me, like, I'm pretty excited. I'm in a good mood, so stick around. All right, we made it to the other side of the trail, the trailhead on the east side of the trail. Also, earlier I said Black Lick. It's Blackhand, the Blackhand Gorge. This side of the trail seems, this trailhead anyways, is much nicer. This is the main trailhead. Old log cabin over here on this end of the trail, and some of the historical signage is over here. Restrooms on this end. This is definitely the main side of the trail. It's a fun cabin right there. That sign looks like a new sign.
This all looks like it's recently developed.
Yeah. The gorge part of that on the picture back there looks awesome.
Yeah.
So we are on the east side of the trail now. It's a short trail, but what we've seen on the west side was awesome. So I'm pretty excited because it actually looks like all the cool stuff is on this end. There's some pictures on the signage showing the rock face in the gorge, and it looks pretty cool. Bottom Bush Swamp Trail. There's a lot of hiking here too, apparently. One of the things, I don't know that it's necessarily a concern, but with all the water and the flooding, I think some of the features of the canal might be hidden. Another hiking trail. We saw a few people out on the other end. Oh man. We saw people out on the other end, but more folks on this side. Look at that. That is super cool. Look at the roots coming down. One of my favorite things is when these trees take root on the rocks and the roots grow down over the rocks trying to hang on. Oh man. Alright, we're gonna have to stop. We had this massive cut through the rocks here. I wonder how much bigger the mountain would have had to get, or the hill would have had to get before they just cut a tunnel out of it. Over here is some remnants of the Ohio and Erie Canal. You can see the sandstone block over there that would have formed part of the canal. That might be from the train. Looks like a current train track we're going to go underneath. So the Blackhand Gorge was known as a route for the Native Americans, and the C&O Canal came through here. Why do I keep saying C&O? The Ohio and Erie Canal came through here, and then the Ohio rail line and the electric trolley train came through here as well. There's a rail line up here, but that looks like it's probably active. We're going up the river, but it feels like we're going up down an incline anyways.
Yeah, it does.
So this is the creek crossing from the other side again. I don't know what he's doing, but we're not going back down here. This is dry anyways. You can see the water came up to where I'm at here. So the storms that we got recently was up pretty high. So this is the other end of the trail. Now the other side was still wet. This side at least seems dried out. Well, this side is dried out, and you can see where other people has ridden through here. I could have probably biked down this far. This part's wet. So this would be the creek crossing, day, but we're not making any attempt to cross this. I've seen the creek crossing and it's not bad on a normal day. Anyways, that's going to be about it for this particular trail. We're going to head back to the car and then determine what we're doing. It is, we've been out here for about 2 hours. This trail is only 4.5 miles. But we transported back and forth. Like we had to load the bikes back up and then drive to the other side. And then we spent a lot of time goofing off in the mud. Well, I tell everybody that this videoing is a slow process. Not very many people get to see it live in action. So we're trying to determine if we're going to do this whole 30-mile section of this other trail or not, or just a portion of it. Don't really know. Anyways, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. And until next time, follow along. This is quality content. Like and subscribe.
Spain is the most awesome dude ever.